This is Kristen Codes, and I'm coding every day until I become a web developer. Um, so today I did not finish the user quiz thing, but what I did do is decide on which path I'm going to go on. So I was really uncertain on whether or not I was going to go, um, whether I was going to, I knew I want to learn React or Vue. Um, but I was like, okay, when I started learning HTML and CSS, I was like, oh, this looks ugly. So I learned CS. When I started learning HTML, I was like, okay, this is ugly. Let me learn CSS. And I was like, I need to do more. And we learned JavaScript. Bounced to JavaScript. Felt like it still looked ugly. Worked on CSS a lot more. And now I've been wondering, well, I don't want to do a back end language. Well, which back end language should I do? And I was like, well, there's Node, it's JavaScript, and of course, I want to learn React. But instead of Node, I decided to learn PHP. And so going forward, I'll probably shift gears. I feel like we should start that now because I'm really a lot more interested in learning PHP. I want to finish this quiz thing off stream and then just upload it. It seems like it's taking a long time, and I want to start doing other things. I don't want to get bored. I really just don't want to get bored. So let's see. And why don't we just do it together? Let me see. Can I watch a YouTube video on stream? Okay, so I think hey, did I have to look this up? Okay, so I hope I can do this. So I guess I'm gonna go with this one. When should I let y'all hear my desktop audio? Let's see.
Not the user's web browser. Although haters say PHP is dead, it's still used on 70% of all known websites. I don't know, that doesn't sound dead to me. Many developers prefer PHP for its speed, simplicity, and flexibility. It's a popular choice for small businesses and freelancers, especially since in the news lately you hear about layoffs in the tech industry. PHP was released in 1995. It was originally an acronym for Personal Homepage, but that was later changed to PHP Hypertext Preprocessor to reflect the language's evolution. In fact, PHP was never intended to be a new programming language. It grew organically and out of control until it became the behemoth that it is today. Fun fact, the mascot of PHP is an elephant which is named Elephant, PHPphant. I don't know. How I would describe the basics of PHP is as follows. A browser sends a request to a server, PHP on that server processes that request, then the server sends HTML back to the browser. Our server running PHP can even communicate to a database, then back to the web browser. PHP is most commonly used with relational databases such as MySQL, Postgres, and Oracle. PHP can be written alongside with HTML. Before beginning the series, you'll want to have a solid foundation on HTML. You will need to know MySQL, but that won't be until about video 20. For your web server, I recommend XAMPP. XAMPP is a cross-platform web server solution stack. It's basically a software suite. It contains an Apache server, MySQL, and PHP. You'll also need some sort of text editor. Where are you going to write the code? VS Code tends to be the most popular nowadays, and that's what I use for my own personal projects. We'll write our code with VS Code, then run our code on our XAMPP server since we can't run it on a web browser. I'll show you how we can download both the XAMPP server and the VS Code text editor. Now we will begin the installation process of a server that we can execute.
So I already downloaded something called Laragon. Here it is. It's right here. I need a license key. I just opened this up and it didn't ask me. Hold on. I need a license key for Laragon. Hold on, because it keeps closing Laragon. It says I can use it, but I need a license key. Oh man. Let's see. Oh, I can close it. Oh, okay. I was so confused. Okay, so we got that working. And then I went into my root. You make a folder in the test project. So I made an index.php. And then you start it. Yay. And then I think you press web. No. I should be able to do test project.test. And we got that. It's not supposed to be index.php.text. It's supposed to be index.php. For some reason, it's not letting me make a PHP file. I don't know why. So let's work on that. So we got, so it is in the C Laragon. And we have a test project. I wonder why can't I just... Oh, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want it. Let's just go ahead and delete her, him, whatever. We want a new file. Hold on. Let's see how to make PHP file on. I know one day I'm gonna look back at this and be like, wow, I was Googling how to make a PHP file. To make a PHP file in Windows, you simply need to create a new text file and rename its extension to .text to .php. This can be done using a basic text editor like Notepad or more advanced one like Visual Studio Code. Okay, so why don't I go to Visual Studio Code? I'll go to File. I'll go to Open a folder. I will go to, look at all these things I've done. I will go to Windows C. I'll go to Laragon, www, test project, open this folder. Yes, I will trust close Copilot because it makes my skin crawl. I hate that I have to expand it just to, okay, anyway. Copy path. We're gonna new file and we're gonna say index.php. IntelliFence update. Now I gotta look this up. php.validate.executable path VS Code. So what is it? It's C Laragon. Hold on. Before we even get to that, can I write? How do I know if it's gonna? Okay, we'll get to that part. We'll get to that part.
PHP code within. Go to this URL, apachefriends.org. Like I said before, PHP code, if you need a text editor, I recommend Visual Studio Code. If you're interested in downloading this text editor, head to this URL, code.visualstudio.com. I'm going to click this blue download button, select the correct download link for my operating system. I'm running Windows, I will select this one. Then we will run this executable. Accept the license agreement. Yes, I did read it that fast. You do have the option of selecting a destination location. I'll keep it as the default. Next, next. I'll create a desktop icon, then next. And install. We might as well launch VS Code, then finish. I have VS Code open along with the modern web browser. I'm using Google Chrome in this series. We're going to create a new file within our XAMPP folder. So let's open a folder. Remember that file path for the XAMPP server? That's where you're going to look. For me, that was in my C drive, pfile. In VS Code, if you're receiving a warning that states cannot validate since a PHP installation could not be found, we need to validate the executable path of the PHP executable found within our XAMPP server. To do that, we're going to find our settings file. It's a JSON file. PHP validate executable path. Edit in the settings JSON file. Let me maximize this. Next to PHP validate executable path, we need to find the file path to the PHP executable. Again, within my C drive, within my XAMPP folder, go to PHP, then copy this file path for the executable.
Oh man, what? Where are we? Laragon. Okay, we're gonna Google that one. Laragon. So it's in C, Laragon, bin, PHP. Is this it? So can I just do one of these? Oh, it didn't like that. It didn't like that. It didn't like that. it doesn't like that. No.
I'll right click, go to properties, copy this location.
Okay. So I guess I should have right clicked properties. And then go here. That's not working. Hold up. Why does it say that? Why does it? Why does it? Hold on. Didn't I? Why? Why is it doing that? Hold on. It doesn't say .exe. Is it supposed to say .exe? Yes, it's supposed to say .exe. Hold on. Man, that is so strange. Why doesn't this work? Do I need to change these to these? Hold on. I hope this doesn't take too long.
PHP project, right? Add this into the this. We click on this and in the bin you have a hyphen, and we don't need to.
Okay. Hold on, maybe. No. I want to see the. This is going to be the whole video, isn't it? The whole video is going to be me trying to figure this out. Hold on, what is this? Hold on, whoa. I just confused myself. Hold on. Why isn't it showing me the actual? Why isn't it giving me the exact path? So that's what I was doing wrong. Is that it? Did it do the thing? I don't understand. It says where the location is, but it won't give me the actual. Oh my god. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Okay, well, at least I found out what the problem was. Alright, I hope that works. So how do I test? Let's write some PHP. Ah. Oh. Okay, so then do I go to Oh. Oh, we did it. Okay, so that's fixed. And I feel okay. So what are we doing? We're going back to I look at this like, what is this talking about?
Hey coders, listen up. If you're looking to dive into programming, hey coders, listen up.
So anyway, let's go to this.
United States, I believe you make 1.5 times your pay, your hourly rate of pay.
Okay. Creating a PHP script.
To write some PHP code, type left angle bracket, $PHP. Wherever our PHP code ends, type right angle bracket. Our PHP code will be between these two angle brackets. To display a message, you can type echo, either single quotes or double quotes, then a semicolon at the end. A semicolon is kind of like the period at the end of a sentence in English.
Period.
I will type a message. I like pizza. To save, you can go to the top, File, Save, or use the shortcut, which I'll be using. So for me, that's Control S. If I were to reload this web page, it displays my message. I like pizza. To make your life a lot easier, we can add a live server extension to your web browser. Currently, I'm using Chrome. To add a live server extension, I'm going to go to Settings, Extensions, open Chrome Web Store, then search Live Server. And that should be this one. Add to Chrome. Add extension. Let's close out of these tabs. I'm going to go to Extensions, select Live Server Web Extension, enable Live Reload. We'll need the actual server address as well as your live server address. This URL is the actual server address. If you're on a Mac, it may contain a port number such as 8080. So let's copy this address, go to Extensions. You know what? I don't just like pizza, I love pizza. If I were to save this file, it should update automatically. See, within our website, it now says, I love pizza. Let's add a second line with echo. Echo, double quotes, add a semicolon to the end. Let's add another line. It's really good. The output is all on one line. To add a line break, within your set of quotes, you can add a break tag. I love pizza, it's really good. to add a comment is used as a note for yourself or other developers. All you have to type is double forward slashes, then some message. This is a comment. Our comment is not displayed as output. It's mostly just used for notes. For a multi-line comment, you would type forward slash asterisk. That will begin a multi-line comment. This is a multi-line comment. The end of our PHP script is currently green. That means it's being included within this multi-line comment. Wherever you need your multi-line comment to end, you would type asterisk, then forward slash. The end of the script is blue again. And you can see that this multi-line comment isn't being displayed as output. Now, the cool thing about PHP files is that they can contain HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and, well, of course, PHP. So I will also include some HTML code within this PHP file. So in VS Code, to generate some boilerplate code, you can type exclamation point and then tab. We now have some HTML markup within our PHP file. Within the body of our document, I'll add maybe a button. I'll create a button to order a pizza. I should probably precede this button with a line break. So there's our button. It currently doesn't do anything, but that's just a demonstration that you can include more than just PHP code within a PHP file. All right, everybody, so that is an introduction to PHP. In the next
So hold on, can I put it inside the body? Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for today. We started PHP, and then we're gonna do more PHP tomorrow. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.